No, the dog can't die. PETA would be pissed. So Independence Day. It was released in 1996. I have no idea how old I was at that point. The movie starts out with a really pixelated spaceship in space. So that's where they are. And oh man, okay, so then there's this guy who like gets a signal, and then the song, This Is the End of the World as We Know It, that's playing. I remember that because at the time my dad and mom were going through a divorce and he loved that song. And so I always made the correlation between that and Independence Day, which I guess makes total sense. So that's playing at the beginning, and then it flashes, and then it says, I think, July 1st. I think it's July 1st. And we go, is it to the White House? I think it's to the White House. But I think we go to no, do we go to the White House? We go to the White House. We go to the White House, and then, okay, so basically the summary of the whole thing is aliens come to Earth, and we all have to work together in order to survive because they're taking out all the big cities like Beijing and Tokyo and Moscow, and I think they hit all of those actually before they hit LA and New York.
They're positioning themselves all over the world, using this one signal to synchronize their efforts.
Or maybe they did it at the same time and I can't remember.
To synchronize their efforts.
Anyways, no. They definitely hit those before they hit LA and New York.
To synchronize their efforts, to synchronize their efforts, to synchronize their efforts.
For some reason, America was special, and so we didn't get hit nearly as soon as the rest of the world did. So yeah, so we flash. So on July 1st, we meet the president, Bill Pullman. Awesome. And we meet Jeff Goldblum and his dad, who are playing chess. And then we meet, I don't think we meet Will Smith then, but we figure out like something's going on, like the communications are off, and so basically like the aliens are like jamming they think they're jamming all of the satellites. Well, no, they are jamming all the satellites, and then they eventually take out all the satellites, so like there's no communication anymore, which is really smart on the aliens' part. Okay, so that's July 1st. So I think also on July, so basically like the movie goes from July 1st, July 2nd, July 3rd, and July 4th. And so July 2nd, I think on July 1st, the movie ends with the president getting on Air Force One, and with Jeff Goldblum and his dad, and Jeff Goldblum's ex-wife, and the president's wife ends up like in her helicopter, and so she falls to there's like a big explosion, and like all that shit's gone to fucking crap. And can I cuss?
Yes.
Okay. Oh no, we do meet Will Smith on July 1st because he has this great scene with this dog named Boomer, and Boomer was the name of my dog growing up. July 2nd, okay, so then Will Smith is like, I'm gonna propose to is it Jade? I wanna say it's Jade. I think I'm thinking of his wife, which is Jada.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know
what is her name? It's the dolphin. It's the dolphin ring. And then Jasmine. It's Jasmine. It's fucking Jasmine. Jasmine, not Jade. Jasmine. So he's gonna propose to her, but I think this also happens on July 1st. A lot happens on July 1st. So I'm just trying to summarize just the one fucking day. So he's gonna propose to her. They got the aliens. They don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Everyone in the White House is trying to figure things out, and he's trying to be all strong and shit for the nation and whatnot. So then you've got the U.S. Air Force people over here in LA who are trying to figure out their shit, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go up into space, or we're gonna go up into the atmosphere and like try to attack this big ass fucking thing, right? So then Harry Connick Jr. is also in the movie, and he's like his goose. Like Maverick was Maverick Goose. So he's kind of like his goose. He's like the goose to his Maverick. But anyway, so they go up into the atmosphere, and they're like, you know, they've got all their little fighter pilot people in like a duck V formation going on, and they're gonna go attack the alien spaceship, and they're flying over LA, and it looks disgusting and terrible, and like Will Smith's like, oh no, I hope Jasmine's okay, and like Harry Connick Jr. is like, it's okay, she's fine, she's a smart lady, which she fucking is. Anyway, so they're like doing that, and then they go to the spaceship and they realize that they've got some kind of, and this is what bothers me about this part in particular. But what bothers me so much is that we've had Star Trek since what, like the 50s, right? 50s, 60s, somewhere in there? 66. We have had Star Trek since 1966. And they're like, they've got some kind of shield. And it's like, dude, we have known. It is 1996. I guess we live in a world where Star Trek does not exist because you would know that that is a force field.
We can't beam anybody down, sir. The force field on the planet is in full operation and all forms of transport into the asylum dome are blocked off.
Any fucking person on the goddamn planet would know, hey, they've got some green shield going on. That I don't know what that is. No, you know what that is. It is a force field. So they pull up, and they're like, they're going around, and they're getting these, I think they call them the boogies, or boogies? Bogies. So they have bogies. Bogies come out of the big ass spaceship, right? Because it's a big ass spaceship. I think even Harry Connick Jr. has like a big ass on the, this is right before he finds the ring. But anyway, so he has that whole thing. So then they're flying, and at some point, for some fucking reason, he like starts to like lose oxygen because of it. He goes up, he flies back, he pulls up, and then all of a sudden his face is just like, Will Smith's like, pull up, Dad! And he's like, and he just like falls straight into like an alien, and Will Smith's like, no! And that's the end of Harry Connick Jr. in that movie. I'm spitting a lot. So anyway, so then Will Smith is fucking pissed, right? Which makes total sense because it's, oh, I forgot about another plot. Okay, so I'm gonna say this one, because I don't know if this all happens on the same day, but I'm gonna tell this one, and then I will tell their story. Because it's actually a fun one too. So Will Smith's like, oh, fuck this shit. So he's getting into it, he's like, my friend died. So he's like all pissed. So he's like, no, fuck this shit. So he goes like swerving, and at this point, it looks like he's in Arizona, because he's definitely not in fucking California anymore. So anyway, so he's like swerving and he's doing his thing, and we see the alien, and we see what's going on, and then I forget it. Oh no, he tricks the alien, because obviously aliens are only as smart as they can be, and Will Smith knew what the fuck he was doing in that movie. So then the alien, oh yeah, like it's on a salt plane, like somewhere, I don't know. Anyway, so he's like Nevada. That's where it is. He was in fucking Nevada. So like the aliens crashed, everything's like settled, but then you got Will Smith who he hits the ground, and he's still fucking mad, and he pulls open the thing, and you got this ominous sci-fi thing going on, and he goes, like the alien comes out and is like super fucking freaky for like I think I was 10, so like super fucking freaky for this 10-year-old, and he just punches it, welcome to Earth. And it's so fucking good. It is so fucking good. That is what we call a fucking, I was gonna call him an asshole, but like the alien's more the asshole than he, like, so Will Smith is that's what we call a fucking badass. So, I'm sorry, I'm cussing a lot. When I drink, I cuss a lot. So anyway, so I think that's kind of day one, day two. So what's happening? So this is all happening on the LA area, like West Coast. So on the East Coast, so they figure out that there's like this doomsday like time thing that's going on. They get everybody into the Air Force One, and then they get everybody into another plane, and that other plane as like, you know, okay, so the aliens. I'm sorry, you're gonna have a really fucking hard time editing this because it's one of the hardest movies to like, because you're like, there's so many plots and things. If I had done Hook, this would have been so much easier. Anyway, so yes, okay, so now we're caught up with everybody on both coasts. I hope you're with me still. So they're all there, and they're like, how could this have happened? Like, we should have known, like, we should have had contingency plans. And so David's dad is the fucking shit, because he gets up and he's like, oh, you knew. And if it weren't for my David, you wouldn't know, you know, you wouldn't have known any of this, and you'd all be dead. So, I think they go, oh, okay, so then Will Smith beats the shit out of this alien, right? And so then he takes him, and he's like, he's walking through the sand. He's like, yeah, this is supposed to be my day off. I was supposed to have a fucking barbecue, and starts beating the shit out of him. So then, all of a sudden, this caravan of fucking people just comes streaming at him. And so then he takes them to a base nearby, which happens to be Area 51. So they get to Area 51, and who the fuck is there? It's fucking Data. Data from Star Trek Next Generation is the fucking guy, and he's like this hippie with this long fucking hair, and it's so cool to see him outside of his like android stuff. And so Data, of course, is like, I'm gonna call him Data because I don't know his real name in the thing. So Data gets so fucking excited because he's like had all these super cool gadgets, and he's been like experimenting with things, but they didn't start actually working until the aliens got there. So all of a sudden, like the spaceship works, and all the gadgets and gadgets and this and that things, and they've had dead aliens since the Roswell landings. So when they bring in a live one, he is just like up the fucking rocker, right? So he's like, so they're gonna do an autopsy. So like, flash forward, they get to the autopsy, right? The president's there, Jeff Goldblum's there. I don't know where Will Smith is at this point. He's probably like trying to figure shit out. But they're all like looking in the autopsy room, and there's like this really cool room with like this non-bulletproof glass that they can all see. So they're like watching the autopsy, and there's all these people in there, and they think that the alien is unconscious, and so they're starting to peel back like okay, so actually what they have to do is they have to take the scalpel and cut open the exoskeleton, and then the exoskeleton goes, and so then you see all this shit inside, and it smells like death. Like, just have you ever had, there's like this fruit that smells like rotten diapers and milk and just smells like putrid. It's, you get it in Chinatown. Durian. So then they start cutting it open. And there's like this cute little like alien face with like these cute little like eyes. And he just looks so peaceful sleeping there. And so they're cutting him open, and then there's this one guy who should have just gotten the fuck out of there when he realized this and not said shit. But he like looks and like he goes, the hand goes like this. And all of a sudden these like tentacles go out of nowhere, and they start spewing everywhere, and they start strangling everybody, and like there's this, and then the smoke from the machines are going off, and there's this one guy, and he goes up to the windshield, and he goes, and he goes down, and then all of a sudden, like, and there's like nothing, and everyone's like, what's going on, what's going on? And all the military guys have their guns out, like, that's gonna fucking do anything. And so then Data goes up to the windshield and goes, release me. And then like the most rational fucking person in the room goes, is that glass bulletproof? And all the military guys have their guns out, like, that's gonna fucking do anything. And then like the most rational fucking person in the room, like, that's gonna fucking do anything. The most rational, like, that's gonna fucking do anything. And then like the most rational fucking person in the room goes, is that glass bulletproof? And he goes, no. And then they all just like flip out their fucking guns like ninjas and go beep 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 beep, and start beating like the aliens like, and it sounds like a dead cat, like like a cat and a raptor mixed together. And so then it falls to the ground, and then that same guy, because he's fucking smart, goes over and goes like a gangsta into the alien's head. July 3rd, I think everyone's trying, no, yeah, July 3rd, everyone's trying to figure shit out. I think that's when the alien autopsy happens. July 4th is when the president has his big speech, right? So the whole world needs to get together. The whole world needs to get together and fix a problem. The problem is the aliens. So they put aside their differences. He has this great speech. I'm gonna try to remember it, but I might cheat because I just need a little cheat. Okay, so anyway, I can't get it up. So so basically he's like, we have to come together. Okay, so I will say the part that I remember. We will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We have to move on. We have to survive. Something like that. Today is our Independence Day, and everyone's like, yeah! So then they go up there. Okay, so now this is like the big Braveheart speech before they all these people go up and like sacrifice their lives to make sure that the world survives. So they do this, and they all go up into space, and Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith have a very important job to do. They go in the spaceship. They're gonna go to the mothership, which is out in fucking space, which is so cool. So they go up to the spaceship, and the spaceship opens up because they still have all the codes, even though this is like, and so they they have to like drop, I think it's a nuke, or like they have to drop the virus, right? They have to drop the virus. So they start dropping the virus, and then this like alien's like, huh, they look funny. I don't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden their cover is blown, and they're like, fuck, we gotta get the fuck out of here. So they drop the virus, they run out of the spaceship, and they're dodging shit left and right and this and that, and they're like, we're gonna, oh no, at some point they thought they were gonna die. So anyway, so then they get in they figure it out, they get out of they barely make it out alive. Out of outer space. Oh, and that's the thing, Will Smith always wanted to be an astronaut. So he got to be one of the coolest astronauts on the planet. And Jeff Goldblum got to save the planet. So both of them, they got what they wanted their entire lives as characters. It's pretty fucking special. So anyway, so then we go back to Earth, right? And everyone's like dying left and right because the shields aren't down, and then the shields are magically down, and then, so I forgot about another plot, a subplot to the thing, which is, so this guy, Dwayne Russell, he's got the whole like 411 on the alien butthole stuff, and so he's basically sacrificing himself for the good of humanity. So he goes up into the spaceships, and I think at that point they find out that the shields are down, right? Randy Quaid Russell's ascension into the abyss of this alien spaceship, that the shields are down, so that's great. So then everyone's starting to fire, and they have a fighting chance. And at some point, we find out that like how to defeat everybody, and the people on the ground tell everybody. Tell everybody that this is how you defeat the aliens, and you have the big song, dun 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 da 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 dun 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 dun. Yeah, sing it, lady. Dun 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 dun. And then we see all the alien ships crumbling as all the natives in all the other countries are seeing it crumble to the ground. And I think that's the end.
Yes.
That's the end.